Good morning. Let's talk about buying a house as a fixer-upper if you are what we call an owner occupant. So you want to buy a house to live in. Maybe it's your first home, maybe not, but you're really looking for a fixer-upper. What are some things to think about? Well, first and foremost, as a realtor, what I think about is what type of financing will you be getting? And the reason I think that way is that if you are a first-time home buyer, or if you're someone who's wanting to buy a house to live in with a relatively small down payment, you're likely going to consider an FHA loan, maybe a VA loan if you've served in the military. In Virginia, we have VHDA. There are some other loans that provide for lower down payments. Usually they're government insured loans. And when you go to buy a fixer-upper with those types of loans, just know that the lender, the institution that finances the loan, provides insurance on the loan, they're going to care about the condition of the property. So if you want to buy a fixer-upper, and we're talking about it might need some new carpet and some paint, I think you'll be good to go. If, on the other hand, your fixer-upper has some rotten wood that the seller's not willing to repair, some flaking or peeling paint, if you can look at the roof and tell, yeah, it needs a new roof, there's a good chance you won't be able to buy a house that needs those types of repairs. Foundation issues, we could go on listing defects that if your lender sees them, and they will, an appraiser will go out to the house to, first of all, make sure it's worth what you're paying for it. Secondly, they are supposed to note the condition of certain items in the house, certain systems, and when that bank underwriter sees that it has the flaking or peeling paint or the bad roof, they'll quickly recognize that the guidelines for the type of loan that you're getting don't allow for that. So the bank will say, no, it's a no-go. So if by chance the seller is willing to remedy the things that the bank takes issue with, then perhaps you can go ahead and buy that house and live in it. Every once in a while, we'll see a situation where a seller agrees to let you, the buyer, go make those repairs to satisfy your bank to make the whole deal work. Of course, that's a little risky if you go and put a new roof on it yourself, and then for some reason the loan doesn't work out, put you in a bad situation. So if you are going to be an owner occupant, you're going to live in the house, you're going to make it yours, you're going to use one of these loans with a relatively small down payment, then a realtor with some experience can guide you and tell you this property would probably work that way, this one will not. And we see a lot of people who want to buy fixer-uppers try to buy properties that are just too far gone to satisfy the requirements for that type of loan. It can waste a lot of time. It can waste some money that you've spent on inspections and appraisals. So be careful when you go to do that. If you are a buyer who has a larger down payment and you're going to get what we call conventional financing, even then the bank will care about the condition of the property, but you have a better chance of working it out if it has some significant defects. But for the most part, low down payment, keep it to the houses that just need cosmetic improvement. The bank won't be as concerned about that, and that's a type of fixer-upper that you can buy. You can move in, you can spruce it up, and you can watch the value climb because of your sweat equity, because of the work that you put into it. Little insight on that. Next time we're going to talk about buying fixer-uppers if you're an investor. Different ball game. Have a great week.